Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are all tuning in from. Thank you for taking the time to be here. I am Mr. Live, and we are going to talk about today the supply and demand principle in pertaining to Bitcoin, especially as to how that correlates with energy. So if you are not knowing what energy is, let me give you a few basic principles of essentially why it is actually such a valuable cryptocurrency coin at the moment. So first and foremost, let's talk about the supply and demand principle in Bitcoin. The supply of Bitcoin is fixed to 21 million coins. Now, there is someone who actually of note on Twitter who said Bitcoin is 21 million coins. And what if 7.6 billion people in the world found out about it? Well, what if I told you that energy is 4.3 million as a fixed supply? And what if 1 million of the world found out about it? And so that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the adoption principle of energy and why many people don't really know about it and why many people are not even involved in it. When you have a cryptocurrency that comes out and is new, like energy is, it's only about 2 months old. But when you have a cryptocurrency like energy that comes out, there is a high amount of volatility that comes into it. Now, we have taken the coin from $2 inception to over $450 or so today. And approximately the reason why for that is because of its low supply and its increasingly high in demand. Now, what made Bitcoin grow in adoption? What made Bitcoin grow in adoption is the fact that it was more accessible to people, and you had more mainstream people in the world in the normal investment space that were essentially diving into and getting involved into that particular cryptocurrency. Now, that really didn't happen until probably about 2017, and ideally not really until 2020 when the crisis happened with the pandemic. What has happened as a result is essentially a cataclysmic amount of people that have come into cryptocurrency. Now, there have been many different coins that people have gotten involved with at a small amount of money. There are many different coins out there that have a high market cap. So meaning that the amount of coins that they have are into the high millions, billions, trillions, and some even quadrillions. Now, you can benefit and you can get involved in those particular cryptocurrencies, and you can spend maybe $50 or $100 out of your pocket, and you may actually win, but you may actually lose, and you have to be prepared for both. That being said, what you also have to understand are the fundamental principles behind energy, which I will articulate right now. So number one is that energy is a fixed supply. It is a fixed supply of 4.392 exactly million coins. There can never be any more coins that are actually minted. That's number one. Number two is that energy is an elastic supply. An elastic supply means that the actual coin cannot be produced and will not be minted unless more liquidity is coming into the platform. And so that correlation of coins not being able to be produced unless there is liquidity coming into the platform means that it's also a much more desirable asset for many to understand. The problem is people don't fully understand what the use case of energy is, which I will articulate right now. Energy's use case for the coin is essentially to be known as the App Store of DeFi. What is DeFi? DeFi is decentralized finance. It is essentially digital finance on the blockchain. And so we take away all of the centralization aspects that is controlled within the environment of the institutional investments in banking, and we put that in control of our community. And by doing so, we give people an ability to get involved into what is called a market maker minting staking pool. And so you can take your Ethereum that you have and you can convert that into NRG, put it into our staking pool, and it essentially will compound for you over the next 100 weeks. Now, it will not go beyond that because that is how long the minting schedule is for. And again, no more new coins can be produced unless there is liquidity coming into the coin, which it has. And on an average, every single week, there is about anywhere between $750 to $1 million coming into the coin. So that being said, that proposes the model of, well, why does energy become so valuable? Well, the reason why energy becomes so valuable is, one, because of its low supply, and two, because all of these particular dApps or decentralized apps that are going to be built upon the energy platform will generate revenue for the community that is actually behind energy. And so every single person that is involved in energy is all doing it together. We have many members in our community that is essentially helping to build out the foundational principles behind energy, and that is helping to advance it forward. That is helping to create new decentralized apps in the space. And so now, at this point in time, we have our decentralized app called Community Builder, where you can essentially stake your energy coin for a period of 100 weeks. In accordance with how much liquidity is coming into the platform on a weekly basis, depends on how much compounding you will receive per week. That can be as little as 0.5%. That can be as high as 4%. Now, that may not sound like a lot to you, but let me put this into a little bit more of a perspective so you can understand the principle behind it. So essentially, if you had 4% compounding per week, okay, now I'm not saying it will be that, but there's a potential for that to be there. So let's just say that 4% is there. If that 4% is there, and let's say you put in 5 energy coins as an example, and each one is worth $440, $450 right now. If that compounds, the amount that you put in, that gets entered into our staking pool. Once that is entered into our staking pool, it is fixed unless you decide to pull it. The benefit of this is that you can pull it at any point in time. You can actually take out your seed capital. You can take out all of your interest that you receive at any given point in time. The only thing that we do is we will actually charge you 7.5% less that you will receive. So if you actually had 5 coins and you wanted to pull out 5 coins plus all of your interest, you would receive 7.5% less coins. Why? Because there is a fee for unstaking. However, that fee for unstaking helps the whole community completely. And the reason why is because that 7.5% fee that is deducted from that particular person or anyone who unstakes also is permanently removed from the supply. So that means that energy will never reach 4.392 million coins. In fact, it will be much less than that. So adding to the use case of that, we also have another decentralized app, which is called Genie Signal. Now, right now, Genie Signal is only being used for United States residents. However, it will be used internationally in the near future. What Genie Signal is a revolutionary decentralized app that connects to your Ethereum MetaMask account and directly connects to your Ameritrade account. There will be multiple different algorithms that we'll be putting there. Right now there's about 6, but there will be many, many more that will be added. And as these algorithms are added, you are able to input whatever stock that you want. You are able to go into these particular algorithms and see which one is working to your best advantage, see all of the past data that is associated with these algorithms, and make your choice as to exactly which particular algorithm you want to choose to trade stocks for you passively. Now, there's no guarantee of essentially what percentage you're going to receive. It is all done through AI, but you can check the past statistical data and make an accurate analysis of exactly which stock you want to trade and which algorithm you want to choose. Now, that is paid with NRGY. Now, what happens with all these decentralized apps is anyone that is actually staking more than 25 coins, they get a piece of that pie, because 80% goes to the developers that develop these decentralized apps, and 20% goes back to the community that is staking more than 25 coins. So right now we have about 126 holders that are actually staking 25 coins. So that 20% DApp revenue that will be going very soon, that DApp revenue will be dispersed across all of those particular stakers, and at the same time, everyone will be able to use these decentralized apps. Now, there are many different decentralized apps that we are working on the NRGY platform, but we are going to be working on another one, which is called Music Builder. Music Builder is being built right now, and Music Builder is going to allow artists all across the world, upcoming artists or anyone, to actually come in, let's say, and take their mixtape or take whatever DJ sets that they have, and they can actually put them onto the blockchain, and they can actually create NFTs. And our community and the people that are using this particular decentralized app will be able to buy those particular NFTs with NRGY. And again, all of those people that are staking that have 25 coins or more, they are going to benefit from all of that DApp revenue. Now, after the 100 weeks, there is no more staking that goes on. That's about a 2-year time period. After that 2-year time period is up, there is no more staking. So after that time period and before that time period, the people that are staking the 25 coins are going to be the ones that are going to actually benefit the most. Last but not least, we also have a decentralized app that is being built, and this decentralized app is going to be our bridge, our NRGY bridge. Our NRGY bridge is going to allow for fee-free trading to fee-free leverage trading, to actually be actualized in cryptocurrency. What that means is they will be charged 1% to enter the bridge and 1% to exit the bridge. Now, this is going to be revolutionary because it will be available to the whole cryptocurrency community, not just the NRGY people that are using it. So we will open this up to everyone in cryptocurrency. Now, this particular bridge will essentially be correlated with our coin, with NRGY, and will be branded by NRGY. So you know that there's wrapped ETH coins and things of that nature. Well, we have now created something that is going to be coming out very soon, and that will essentially be wrapped, will be NRGY ETH, NRGY BTC, NRGY Aave, NRGY Link, NRGY Compound, and many other coins that people will be able to use with fee-free leverage trading. There is no such product that is out there in cryptocurrency right now that offers you fee-free leverage trading. So this is something that is extremely beneficial. Having said that, the last thing that I wanted to talk to you about is essentially that NRGY is not owned by anyone. There is no CEO, there is no one controlling anything, and it is also held on the IPFS, which is the Interplanetary Filing System, which is a serverless platform. So there is no GoDaddy, there is no AWS or anything that is hosting it. It is actually hosted virtually. So that is something that is great because it allows there to be no hacking that goes on, and that is extremely beneficial. So when we think about that, we understand that originally there were 27,000 coins that were minted. So there was a little bit of a pre-mining, but not much. And that 27,000 coins that were started out, those coins were bought by the earliest adopters, just like Bitcoin was. The earliest people into Bitcoin were the people that benefited the most. Now, how many of those people do you think actually held on to their Bitcoin right now? I would say probably almost nobody. But at the same time, if you think about it, think about Bitcoin being 21 million coins and think about how many people actually know about what Bitcoin is now, but don't truly understand it. Now think about that we have a community of about 2,000 plus users right now. What if we opened that up to 1 million people? If we opened that up to 1 million people and 1 million people started getting involved into energy, even if it was 10,000 people that got into NRGY, let's make it more conservative. 10,000 people get into NRGY. The coin is now valued at around $450. What do you think is going to happen to the price when 10,000 people find out instead of 2,000? That's 8,000 more people coming into the community that are helping to organically build the price of a coin that has substantial value, that has a small fixed supply, that has an ability for people to really do well in the market maker staking pool, and they can build their compounding, they can remove their coins at any point in time, and they can earn on all the revenues of every single decentralized app that is built upon the network. Now you tell me if Bitcoin can offer that same thing. And the answer is no, it can't. And the reason why Bitcoin cannot is because of the fact that everything that is done on Bitcoin is done with a way where there is some form of decentralization, but the decentralization that is done on Bitcoin is a little bit different. The way that it is done with NRGY is it is done through Ethereum, right? So it is connected to ETH essentially through a smart contract. However, NRGY is paired with the USDC, the United States dollar coin, okay? And that is the most stable coin that is on the market. So when Bitcoin and Ethereum go up and down, NRGY is not actually volatile. What makes NRGY price go up and down and become volatile is when you have people that actually remove their staking from the actual staking pool, that will drop the price, or add to the staking, which will increase the price. That is essentially how the coin goes up and down. Now, as more and more of these decentralized apps continue to be built upon the NRGY platform, there will be much more viability that will go into the project. And when more and more people find out about it, the price of NRGY will not be $450. So what you have to ask yourselves is does this sound like something that is beneficial for you? If this is beneficial for you, I highly suggest to get back to the person that brought you here, or get back to me, Mr. Live, and say, hey, how can I get started with this? Because this really sounds like a special project. I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation, and we'll talk to you very soon. Live out.